The strike itself, you know, I never heard a bad word said in the press, or read a bad word in the press, or heard anything negative on the radio stations or at TV stations. The support from the community was unbelievable, and the support from the other unions within the Calgary area. The 4 hospitals in the Calgary area, 2 of them were represented by QP Local 8 and Canadian Union of Public Employees Local 1240 at the Rocky View and Holy Cross. They were supportive, and they came out en masse from the Rocky View and the Holy Cross to support the laundry workers. Also, the other 2 hospitals in Calgary were represented by the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees Local 55 and Local 40. Local 40 was at the Alberta Children's Hospital, 55 was at the Foothills Hospital. They also had laundry workers that were going to be impacted by the decision of the Klein government to outsource the laundry workers' work and to transport the linen to Edmonton. So there was a great coming together of both the unions and also the union community within the Calgary area, the Labour Council. We had a lot of support from the Canadian Union of Public Employees, inside and outside workers at the city, Locals 37 and 38. And we also had a lot of supporters from the iron workers and the construction trades. And it was really a great time, a coming together of the community. When we were on Memorial Drive, which is just parallel to the hospital site, the laundry site, we had great support from the people driving to work, lots of tooting on horns and waves, and it was just unreal, the support that we got from the community. Also, when we were manning the picket line, people who were crossing, we had a lot of support from the nurses and the UNA, and we had a lot of support from health sciences as well. The doctors, people, you know, they were going in, they promised to do their work and only their work, and we could understand their position that they had taken. We got gifts of food and great support from the doctors who were crossing the line. They understood where we were going. They had seen the devastation to the healthcare industry that the Klein government had created with their cutbacks, their slash and burn tactics. So there was a great understanding of what we were going through and what the laundry workers were suffering. Here we were, some of the lowest paid workers within the healthcare industry, and their jobs were going to be contracted out to the private sector with no rights or benefits granted to them and no retraining. So they had enough, and they took it upon themselves and walked out, I believe, on that Tuesday morning. The community came together. Like, I was on the picket line along with the role I was playing as a emergency staffing request coordinator for the local. I was also on the picket line as a picket captain, also doing some driving down. The members came together and they organised in QP Local 37's hall. They used the kitchen to make food, make sandwiches for the picket line, people on the picket line duty, warm soup, and it was just a great coming together, wonderful experience. Nobody ever likes to go on strike, but you do eventually get pushed, and the laundry workers were pushed to the brink, and they felt the need to be heard, and they were heard. Like, not only did the Klein government blink, I believe he wet his pants, you know, so. But it was a wonderful time coming together. It's very serious when people, you know, are willing to support the strike and loss of income. Many people lost 10 days, 7 days work, and it's a lot of money to healthcare workers, because they're generally speaking on a lower end pay scale. We got a lot of support from the community, as I said, and we had several buses come in from all over the province to support us on the picket line during the second week of the strike. And we also went down to, we had a march from the Holy Cross over to the laundry workers location, the laundry plant location, should I say. And also we took a whole lot of people down to, the committee was meeting with the province and the employer at the old Colonel Belcher site on 4th Street. And we went down there while they were meeting to show a sign of support and solidarity and support the committee. The committee did work long into the night, I believe, on Thursday night to Friday morning. They had 2 or 3 meetings, I'm not sure exactly how many, but I remember that's when we were down there. when they needed our support on the Thursday night and early into Friday morning. And they were able to get a resolve for us. We met again en masse, both unions, AUP members and also the QP members, in the community hall, and we decided that we had been heard and it was warranted that we go back to work. So we went back to work over the weekend, and everything was back to normal 2 weeks after the strike had initially started. Wonderful experience. Unfortunately, it didn't go provincial. The strike stayed basically focused in the Calgary area. I believe if we had been able to go provincial, we would have had a better outcome. But we did have a very good outcome. I mean, we were able to bargain some retraining for the staff, severances, and you know, a lot of notification. So they did well for themselves, and very proud of the women, mainly women in the laundry, and they showed us and led us the way, and they got a resolve to some of their, or many of their issues. It's a very good experience.